Alright, good day everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and this video is dedicated to share my thoughts on the upcoming BWF Sudirman Cup Finals 2023. Just a little bit of history. This BWF Sudirman Cup was actually named after the founder, Mr. Dick Sudirman, who is also happened to be the founder of PBSI, which is the National Badminton Association of Indonesia. So just some interesting fact, right? Just in case you're wondering, why is it called Sudirman, right? Cup. Now there are only 3 countries who have won this Sudirman Cup. China 12 times, South Korea I think 3 or 4 times, and Indonesia has only won it during the very first edition, which was held in Indonesia. So I think it was in 1989, right? So this is just a little bit of history. Now, this is something like the World Cup of football or soccer. So there will be no cash rewards for the winners, right? The players will only be battling for the ranking points, right? The ranking points, as well as the country's prestige, right? They're fighting for the country, right? So it's a symbol of patriotism. It's a symbol of how we have contributed to uplift the name of the country, right? So in the badminton arena. Now, if you look back at the past, as I mentioned to you, the very first edition, 1989, was won by Indonesia, and but ever since then, only 2 countries have won it. South Korea, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and the rest is all China. In fact, you can see something very interesting. From 2005 all the way until 2015, we can see China, 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 China. And we skip the 2017, 2019, China again, 2021, China again. So that is why China is the most successful nation when it comes to winning the BWF Sudirman Cup, right? Followed closely by South Korea, and to be frank, Indonesia has been doing quite well as well. They have been runners-up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, right? So not too bad actually. And another interesting fact is, if you notice, Japan only started to show its strength, right, in 2015. Right? You can see that before 2015, Japan was nowhere to be seen, right? You cannot see any Japan flag, whether it's in the semi-finals or final, right? So 2015 was the year where Japan started to announce their arrival as one of the badminton giant, and true enough, from 2015 until today, Japan is still one of the most dominant badminton nation, right? Now, another fun fact is that Thailand, surprisingly, is also quite a successful nation, right? Having been semi-finalists 3 times, even more than Malaysia, which is who has only become semi-finalists 2 times, right? 2021 was really an unexpected surprise and an unexpected upset win over in the Indonesian team back in quarterfinals. So, and the only non-Asian country who has managed to make an impact in Sudirman Cup is actually Denmark. In fact, they have been finalists twice, 1999 and 2011. Right, so yeah, I mean, England, yes, they have made, I think, 1 semi-finalists once, yeah, but it's only Denmark so far when it comes to non-Asian countries. Alright, so we are done with the history, so let's go to the draw. This is the how the draw looks like for Group A. We have the strong favorite China, and I'm definitely not going to rule them out at all. In fact, they are still the firm favorite to be retaining to retain their championship title. Right? In fact, I'm going to put them as my number one pick, right, to become the champion. Simply because their men's singles are coming back, right? After 2 to 3 years of hiatus, now they are back, right? They have strong players like Xiuqi, who has been slowly rediscovering his form, right? They also have the upcoming youngsters such as Li Shifeng, who is the reigning All England champion 2023. They also have Weng Hongyang. They also have Lu Guangzhou, Zhao Junpeng. Yeah, so definitely, I wouldn't say men's singles is their strongest category, but they are more than capable to score a point for China, right? From men's singles, we have the men's doubles. Again, they have very talented young pair in the name of Wang Chang and Liang Weiken, right? They have only been a pair since 2022, and they have been showing results, good results after good results after good results. So definitely they can bank on Liang Weiken and Wang Chang, or they can also bank on Oh Xuan Yi and Liu Yichen to get their men's doubles point, right? So definitely they're more than capable to score a point for men's singles. They're more than capable to score a point from the men's doubles. Women's singles as well, they can rely on Chen Yufei, they can rely on He Bingjiao, they can rely on Wang Ziyi. There are so many of them as well. And for in terms of the women's doubles, they do have Chen Jingchen and Jia Yifan, who has also been so consistent, right? They've been winning and winning and winning. Definitely another strong point for them. And mixed doubles, there's no need to say. They can always rely on the world number one and the world champion, Zheng Siwei and Meng Yachong. But not only that, they also have Huang Dongbing and Wang Yilu, or Huang Dongbing and a new partner, Feng Tianzi. Or they also have another up and coming young pair in the name of Jiang Zhenbang and Wei Yaxing. So you can see that China is so strong, right? Especially the mixed doubles, their women's doubles, and their women's singles. Men's singles and men's doubles, they may face some strong challenge from other countries, but I would say these three, they do have strong probability to actually get the points. So China is definitely my number one favorite to advance, not only advance from Group A, but also to lift the cup. Now, following closely behind China in Group A would be Denmark. Now, in terms of, if you look at this Group A, right, you would say that the obvious qualifiers would be China and Denmark. But I actually beg to differ though, because Singapore can actually spoil the party, right? If you look at men's singles, right, they have Victor for Denmark and they have Loh Kan Yew from Singapore, but do not forget, Loh Kan Yew has defeated Victor Axelsen not only once, but I think twice, right? And it seems that he has the recipe to actually consistently outplay Victor Axelsen, right? The reigning world champion, the reigning Olympic champion, the world number one player from Denmark. So I wouldn't think. In fact, Loh Keng Yew can also definitely score points from against China, against Egypt for sure. So I'm not too sure, right? So men's singles could be Singapore. Men's doubles could also be Singapore because they can rely on Terry He and Loh Ken Hian, who is also a decent men's doubles player, right? For Denmark, probably they will rely on their senior, their very established pair, right? But I'm not going to rule out Singapore, right? For women's singles, Yeo Jia Min, who has recently won the Polish Open, so I'm pretty sure she can give a good fight, right? Yeo Jia Min can definitely give a good fight against the women's singles player from Denmark, right? So that means that actually for the first three categories, Singapore actually has a chance, and even their women's doubles, they have on Crystal and I mean they have one up and coming women's doubles player as well, right? So and Denmark is not known to be strong in their women's doubles category, right? And for in terms of the mixed doubles, Singapore does have the Jessica Tan Wei Han and Terry He to rely on, right? Up against mixed doubles from Denmark, which is they do not have a very established mixed doubles pair, right? So I would say if I were to pick, right, the two nations to advance from Group A, I'm thinking of going with Singapore and China. I might be wrong, but let me know your prediction in the comment section, right? So that's my pick for Sudirman Cup, Group A. For Group B, it's more obvious, right? The firm favorites are definitely Indonesia and Thailand, right? Men's singles, although I mean Indonesia they can rely on I think Anthony Ginting, they can rely on Jonathan Christie, who has not been playing that well this year, but we'll see, right? Because I'll never forget the epic battle that Joe Christie has against Anders Anderson, I think, in one of the previous Thomas Cup, right? So really strong player, really pumped up player, especially during the Sudirman Cup, right? Men's doubles, it's a safe haven for them, right? It's for them to lose, right? And then for women's singles, they do have Gregoria Mariska Tunjung, and a few other upcoming young players who can definitely show some good result, okay, against especially against players not from China, Korea, and Japan, right? So, and then for women's doubles, they can rely on Apriyani Rahayu and Siti Fadia, right? And in terms of the mixed doubles, they do have Rinov Rivaldi, Mentari Pitaya, and I think one or two more young pairs as well. So Indonesia is definitely a favorite. I wouldn't say they will be able to top this group for sure, but they are definitely going to qualify, right? Because why do I say so? Is because Thailand can actually top the group, because Thailand has strong men's singles in the name of Kunlabu Bitisan, right? They also have, in terms of men's doubles, they might be a bit shaky, right? Against Indonesia, I don't think they stand a chance. But in terms of women's singles, they can rely on Pornpawi Chochuwong, right? Pornpawi Chochuwong, who can definitely be able to score a point for Thailand. Women's doubles, they also have strong women's doubles. Young Side sisters, Prajong Rai and her partner, right? So definitely quite a strong pair, but against Indonesia might be a bit difficult. But in terms of mixed doubles, assuming that they are fielding Samsiri and the Japan, I think they can nick this point again. So Thailand against Indonesia to decide who will be the winner. I think Thailand stands a chance through their men's singles, women's singles, and mixed doubles. Right? As for Germany and Canada, it will be a mountain to climb. I'm not saying that it is impossible, but it will be a mountain to climb for them. Same goes with Egypt, right? The African champion, it will be very, very difficult for them to mount a challenge, a serious challenge against the favourites from Asia. I think I'll save Group C for the last because they're obviously the group of death. So let's come to Group D first. We have again Japan and Korea as the strong favorite to advance from Group D. But in terms of who will be topping the group, okay, let's examine one by one. In terms of men's singles, I think Japan would be having the edge over South Korea. Men's doubles can be a bit tricky. In fact, if you look at the performance this year, I think South Korea actually has the advantage, right? And I believe a few of their pairs have been showing some decent results as compared with Japan this year, at least, right? Women's singles, it will be Clash of the Titans yet again. Akane Yamaguchi against An Se-yong, right? So I do not know who would be better, but my gut is telling me that An Se-yong has the upper hand against her nemesis from Japan, right? Women's doubles, I have to say Korea. Look at their scratch pair, Behana Lee Soo-hee. Look at their, I mean, they have such a strong and solid women doubles player, and they've been showing really good results this year. In fact, I think they have been pretty good and pretty consistent in defeating Japanese women doubles players. So I think Korea would be the favorite in this category. For mixed doubles, this is a bit. I used to say that it would be Japan's stronghold, but now that Yuta Watanabe has not been in good form, I think he has also injured himself in the All England. So yeah, I don't think Japan would be that dominant in this category. So against Korea, Seo Seong-jae and Choi Yu-jung and Kim Won-ho and I forgot her partner, I think Jung Na-yoon, I think if I'm not wrong. So I think the South Koreans will be able to top the group. Yeah. But regardless, Japan will still be able to qualify simply because for France, well, they do have good men's singles player. Yes, the Popov brothers, right? Men's doubles, on the other hand, again, they might need to rely on a tired men's doubles pair of the Popov brothers, right? So that wouldn't be too good, right? Because the chance might not be too good, right? Women's singles, they do not have a very strong women's singles player, unfortunately. Same with women's doubles, and mixed doubles, they do have a strong pair, Tom Gikel and Delou, right? So yep, so France have two strong categories which they can actually score points. England, on the other hand, they might need to rely on their seasoned campaigner, they're very experienced mixed doubles, and Ben Lane and Sean Bentley for sure, right? But for the rest of the category, it might be a bit difficult for England. So my pick would be Korea, Japan for Group D. In fact, I'm going to put it down. Perhaps Thailand and Indonesia, China, Singapore. Last but not least, we have arrived at the group of death for this edition of Sudirman Cup. Why do I say so? Because we have three reasonably strong nations battling for only two spots. Right, so in fact, okay, let's examine their strength based on each of the category. For men's singles, assuming that all of these countries are fielding their strongest players, definitely Nigeria will be able to score a point, right? But it will be a very, very close encounter against maybe Chu Tianchen from Chinese Taipei, and also Lakshya Sen, Pranoy, Srikanth, right? The typical strong men's singles player from India. So it will be a very tightly contested affair for the men's singles between these three nations, right? For men's doubles, again, for Malaysia, they can rely on their world champion, of course, Eric Chia and So Woo Yik. They also have a very consistent pair, Ong Yu Sin, Hyo Yi. So definitely they have the ability to score a point here. Now same goes with Chinese Taipei. They do have Yang Wang Jining, but I'm not too sure whether they will be fielding this pair again. But other than that, they do have Yang Bo Wan and a few others. So for sure, Chinese Taipei also has a reasonably strong men's doubles player, right? India, definitely they can rely on Satwik and Chirag Shetty. So very little is separating these three countries, right? Even in the men's doubles category. For women's singles, Malaysia, this is the weak spot for Malaysia, right? Yes, they do have the two times world junior champion Goh Jin Wei, but as we all know, she is physically disadvantaged, right? So due to an illness, a lifelong permanent illness, so this might not be a very good bet for Malaysia to score points from the women's singles category. They do have other younger players such as Wong Ling Ching and Lashana, but let's just say that they are still work in progress, right? So this is definitely not going to be a strong category for Malaysia. For Chinese Taipei, they do have Tai Tzu Ying, but I'm quite doubtful that Tai Tzu Ying will be playing for Chinese Taipei, judging from her past absence in the national squad for their, I think, Sudirman Cup, recent Sudirman Cup and Uber Cup outing, right? But even without her, they can rely on, I think that there's still one or two more decently strong players, right, from Chinese Taipei. India, definitely they can rely on PV Sindhu, right? PV Sindhu for sure is the one that has the upper hand over the women's singles from Malaysia and even Chinese Taipei, right? For women's doubles, yes, Malaysia has the strong pair, but lacks consistency. The name of Politan and Tina, right? So they do have the ability to score, right? But yet again, based on their recent form in the European circuit, they do still have about a month or so to to recover, rediscover their form. So, but if they play at their level best, for sure they can get a point for Malaysia. Chinese Taipei women's doubles might not be their forte, right? Although you may argue with me that they do have Li Chia-sin and a partner, but I think it is still yet to be seen at a consistent level, right? For India, definitely Treasure Jolie and Pulela Gomichan, right, who has been playing really good badminton in the All Englands this year. They have shown tremendous progress, tremendous improvement. So definitely India can rely on their young women doubles pair. For mixed doubles, I would say Malaysia has a reasonably okay pair, right? Assuming that they are fielding Chen Tangjie and Toh Yiwei. Other than that, they can also rely on the very experienced Lai Kian Ming and Lai Beijing, or even Goh Sun-Huat and Siobhan Lai. So yes, they do have a capable mixed doubles pair to score a point for them, at least in the group stage, right? Past the group stage, it will be more challenging for sure. Chinese Taipei, they always have strong mixed doubles player who can spring surprises, although they do not have a highly ranked pair in the world. But you can see that their mixed doubles pair can actually challenge the very top pair from China, such as even Zheng Siwei and Hong Nai-Chou, right? So definitely a strong point for Chinese Taipei. Whereas for India, they are still struggling to find a strong mixed doubles. I mean, they do have Tanisha Crasto and her partner, but they are still not that consistent. So all in all, if we base on the number of ticks, I'm going for India as the top, but maybe Malaysia as the second ranked team in Group C to advance. But I am definitely not ruling out Chinese Taipei for sure, right? So it can go either way. So I think that will be it for this video. Best of luck to all the countries, and hope to see very, very good badminton in May from 14 to 21st in Suzhou, China. Thank you for watching.